to see you. Amazing.
Smell good.
Thank you. Jamala is very beautiful, very voluptuous.
Finally, no people.
One-on-one.
She just carried that good sexual energy. I'm excited to see where this goes.
It's a nice spot.
I love it.
So how was your day?
It was good. It was
Yeah.
long, but it was good.
Yeah.
So my question is, what are some character traits that you like? Like,
Yeah.
I want to take her out, see what she's about.
The first thing, I got probably a different process. It's a little probably awkward.
Okay.
It's just, I'm not a big dater. So I'm not going to do things the romance you like. No, I'm not going to do it. It's rare. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to spend money to find out if I like you.
Are you serious? Are you kidding me?
It's not kosher. It's just not.
So how would I know that you like me?
Well, we would still interact.
Okay.
It's not like I won't do nothing, like go
Yeah, I
to
don't
the beach
expect
or
that.
when I
That's
want to
it.
get on it. You think it's a facade? That's on you. That means it's for somebody else. My mindset be different.
Justice is justice. He comes off arrogant, waiting for a woman to gravitate towards you isn't going to be realistic in this sense.
You get what you get.
No,
This is who I am.
you
That's
can't
it.
do that.
Hi, you guys. So I just wanted to come and touch on Ready to Love. I know I haven't been putting my videos up. And by the time I get ready to try to upload a video, the show is coming back, right? So I just don't upload it. However, I wanted to come on and to talk about a couple things because there were conversations about children being baggage, and then Justice is on, this week was saying he don't pay for dates, as you can hear from the audio and the clip that I added. And that just sounds so odd for this show, right? Because they tried to sell this show as the traditional dating, a traditional family style show, relationships show. You're bringing in people's friends, you're bringing in people's family members to meet these contestants. And so for them to put somebody on the show who's saying, well, I don't, if I had to get to know you, then I guess I just won't get to know you. But going out on dates, it's more than just about a guy paying for the date, right? Like I said in another video that I put up, if men can't afford whatever it is, then they should say that, right? That's what I think. I feel like you should say that up front, so you let the person know that you're trying to talk to that you need assistance with paying for the date. However, that is up to the woman if she decides to continue to see you. And just like, I believe her name is Jamila, is saying, like, after he said that to her, that kind of let her know to move on. And I think he said something like that to one of the other ladies earlier on. I can't remember now, but on the first episode, I don't know, if he's not the person eliminated when the show comes back on Friday, I will be very surprised. I really think that anyone who has that mindset shouldn't even be on a show like this, because I understand the show is paying for their dates, but you wouldn't even be talking to these women if it wasn't for the show, right? Because no one is going to honestly allow you to talk to them in that way. Because if a woman has a choice between wasting her time, if you will, with someone who is going to court her, than with someone who just wants to sit around with you, which one are you going to choose, right? And that's my thing, is like, for him to talk to someone as if these women don't have choices is like, yeah, I don't get it. But and I didn't like his tone with that. Yeah. And then Shakyra, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, was saying that she and Sharese are not, there's no tension between them, even though it comes off that way. Maybe the producers are trying to make it look that way. I don't know. And then it kind of seems like they're both going for the same guy, as in Samson. Even though in one of the previews, I believe you see Shakyra talking to LT or LJ. I can't recall his name right now, but I don't know everybody on the show's name just yet. So you kind of know that she also has a connection with some other people. And I kind of felt like Samson was pandering, right? Because he had that same story for Sharese that he had for Shakyra. However, Sharese was more about the single mother, and then not Sharese, Shakyra was more the story. He was given the whole thing about the single mothers, and then with Sharese, it was more the strong single woman, right? And so, yeah, I just kind of felt like he was pandering a little bit, and maybe he's just trying to get in good with them, so they don't vote for him, right? Because we have to understand it's also a game show, as well as you trying to see if you have a connection there. But I don't understand how you can possibly have a connection with someone who's telling you that they don't plan on paying for dates. That's not what they do. Yeah, because the whole sit around stuff, like, what do you have to be careful letting men get you caught up in certain setups anyway. Like, I don't advise anybody to go anywhere with a man that's not in a public setting, right? A man that you don't know. So I don't like the tone of what he's saying, because if you guys are not going out on dates, where exactly are you going, right? And so I didn't care for that. Now, she was eliminated last week. April, she was saying on her Instagram that she was hoping that she would have gotten more camera time than what they show of her before she was eliminated. And now that she's eliminated, obviously, it's only what she's going to make of it. As far as the social media presence, while the show is still going, she could still do interviews and have conversations on her own platform. But she wasn't. To be honest, I don't really see anybody there for her, right? I think that's what it is. And obviously they are going to cast the show like that because they do have to eliminate people. So they have to make sure that they're not putting a bunch of people on here who are going to make connections. I guess that's what it is as well. They have to put people on here where they don't have connections there. And I don't really see anybody there for her. But the guys that are on here are not impressed. They're not impressing me. Let me know what you guys think about what I'm saying in the comments. I don't like some of the personalities and some of the stuff people are saying. It's not realistic. A lot of these women would not waste their times with a lot of these guys, right? Just based on the stuff that they're saying. And I feel like that's why Mike has so many options. And because he has so many options, it's hard to say if he's really going to stay with, I think her name is Brandy, is that her name? Stay with the person he's claiming he has this connection with. He could change his mind. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. What else did I want to touch on? I think that was pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about what Justice is saying. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. Mike was saying last week about Sharese saying that his kids was baggage. And yeah, she could have worded that better. She didn't have to say that way. But I do feel like she has a right, especially since she's not a parent, to say that there's something that she has to really think about if she's going to consider that. Because a lot of these guys out here right now, these days, they will have more than one child's mother. And so that's a lot to deal with when you're asking a woman to date you and deal with all these different personalities. And she don't have children, so which means she's not going to bring that same energy into your life, right? And so I agree with Sharese. And I get what she was trying to say with that. It was just the way she worded it. Let me know what you guys think about that conversation in the comments. And what do you think about what April had to say as far as feeling disappointed with her camera time? I don't know if you guys caught Dominica's interview with Crystal XO here on YouTube. She was saying that she didn't like the energy Mike was giving her. I really didn't pick up on it until she said that in an interview. Then I went back and I watched that first episode again, and I caught what she was saying. And so, yeah, I'm curious to know why he was doing that as well, and what he was trying to say with that whole thing about he'd been there and done that before. Like, I didn't get that either. So, yeah. And like I said, the men on here, they're not moving me. And the only guy I really can say that I am okay with so far is Swayze. And Swayze's like 30 something. And so that's not good when the youngest guy on the cast is the more sensible one. That's my feelings. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. What do you think about Sharese so far? What do you think about who's getting eliminated and who's not getting eliminated? Do you think that Justice will get eliminated on Friday, or do you think it's one of the other guys? I won't be surprised if he's not the person. Maybe he haven't made these comments to the other women yet about not paying for dates, and I don't know. Or maybe because he wasn't there during the elimination meeting, nephew Tommy just won't allow him to get eliminated. I don't know. And then, of course, we understand this show, they have already decided who's going to make it to the end of the show anyway. But just for our conversation, as far as watching it, I feel like he should leave, because I don't understand why you would come on a dating show and say that you would not take the necessary steps to get to know somebody in a traditional sense, when they try to paint the show as a traditional dating setup, right? Where you actually court the person, and then you meet their family and friends, and so if he's trying to do something outside of that, why is he on the show? That's my thing. But that's how I feel about it. You guys can let me know how you feel. What do you think about if you were able to catch Dominica's interview with Crystal? How do you feel about what she had to say? She said that she didn't really feel any kind of way about Sharese, which I thought was interesting. But she also hinted that maybe she was instructed to act like that. And I think I said that in one of my other videos. They may have told her to do that for storyline reasons, right? Because her the way she's handling the women and the men on here it's not okay. I don't think that she would really talk to people like that in real life. That's just my opinion. Because personally, even with Dominica saying that she don't really have an issue with her, I still feel like Dominica would have handled her different if those cameras was not there. And that's just my opinion. But this is a TV show, so I'm mindful of that as well. Who do you guys think will make a connection on the show? Do you see any connections for me? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Justice will get eliminated on Friday. And how do you feel about what Shakyra is saying as far as she see herself and Sharese as sunflowers facing each other, that there's no real tension there on her part? How do you feel about April getting eliminated? And who do you think Mike is going to end up with at the end of the day? Who do you think he's really going to make a connection with? Let me know in the comments. And how do you feel about this season so far? And the cast. Let me know in the comments. How do you feel about the cast in the season? Is it keeping your attention? Are the people getting eliminated that you think should get eliminated first? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.